Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live from... Two sharp-shooting teams here tonight, Chris. Long-range shooting on display for sure.
I'll tell you what, Kevin, it's never more critical than it is today. I mean, the old-school folks might not like it, but the three-point barrage has become in the games an eminent weapon.
Good point. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Houston, Harden and Ariza, the athletic wing pair. Clint Capella is out there with Anderson. And it's Prigioni in at the point. And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That's his first foul.
That's just a bad foul there. The refs are going to be all over that one.
And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
Sacramento making a switch here. Chalmers is checked in. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. Houston on D. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And definitely a feel-good kind of win, but I'm sure their coach might say they cut it a little bit too close.
Count that bucket. There's Prigioni. Pass to Capella. Harden outside. Off target from outside. Kicks it to Cousins. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. About a minute played so far here in the first. Over to the wing. And Caspi kicks to Cousins. From close range, the shot is good off the backboard.
Seeing how the defense guards Cousins in the paint, it has to be frustrating when he still knocks down these shots thanks to his fantastic moves.
Kings on D. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, in a game where offensively they were about as inconsistent as you're ever going to see them.
Well, because you can do a bunch of things well, but if you're incapable of scoring, none of the rest of that stuff really matters.
Back to Caspi. Three-pointer. Sinks the triple. Caspi's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
I really like to see Caspi stroking from outside. He's so dangerous from the perimeter.
Prigioni dishes to Harden. To the middle. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's Cousins. Right through the D for the layup. Cousins has got his second basket.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
From deep, Harden. It's hauled in by Tolliver. The Kings have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here.
All you need is just one game of watching James Harden, and it's easy to see why he's such a gifted scorer. He has no problem getting around players and into the teeth of a defense. Pretty much impossible to stay in front of him at all times.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Mike D'Antoni. David, what do you have to say?
Well, Kevin, no surprise he said their focus has to be on defense when you're going up against a team that's so crafty on offense. He said we have to avoid mental lapses because they will take advantage. And we'll see if they're on their game tonight, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. It sounds like the most important number for them today is opposing shooting percentage.
As it should be. I mean, this is an opponent that can go through some very hot stretches with the ball. So they've got to do what they can to limit those opportunities.
Yeah, I think that means bodying guys down, playing physical, doing whatever you can to force them out of their rhythm.
Here's Cousins. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. Cousins has got 6 points.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Prigioni kicks to Anderson. Cousins pulls it in. Sacramento leading by 6. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And a comparison here as we get a look at the last 5 games of steals and fouls as well as the current season numbers of those stats for Afflalo.
He's been reckless over these past 5 games, and his steal and foul numbers reflect that. Those totals were much better earlier in the season, but he's gotten where he's trying to do too much defensively. He needs to just calm things down.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Well, the numbers say it, Chris. NBA players have on average gotten bigger and bigger over the years. The game requires more movement. There's more movement on the offensive end, certainly with teams now instituting different styles. Do you think that creates an issue of wear and tear, especially on the bigger players? And if that is the case, how should the league address that?
No, I just think wear and tear is specific to the individual, to the style of play of the individual, to the certain play of the individual. You know, it's not, I don't think you can just make a blanket statement and say it's too many games for everyone to play. Everyone is different. Everyone handles injury different. I think what we need to concentrate more on than the glass being half empty is the fact of what can we do better in the area of rest and recovery? What can medicine, what can science, what tools are out there that guys can rest and recover? Because the fact of the matter is when it's over, it's over. And you're a young guy, you're playing, you have the energy. You know, I can't remember a playoff game ever being so tired that I couldn't play from wear and tear because these were the moments that we waited for. So this is the NBA. This is the toughest sport in the world. And part of that is the grind of the 82-game schedule. You know, I really don't see anything wrong with that.
That's a great answer. This is Chalmers up top. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Here's Cousins. The short one's on the money. Cousins has got 8.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Knocked away. And up the court come the Kings on the break. No one around. He lays it in. Here's Prigioni. 11 points last game. He kicks it to Gordon. Trying his luck deep. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Kept alive. Another shot. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Now here's Gordon. Defense is right there. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Six seconds left to play here in the first. Lets it go from deep. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's Sacramento. They're up by 9. And we'll be back right after this. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
They've won the effort battle, and that's allowed them to control the backcourt.
I mean, and the fundamentals, when shots go up, guys are blocking out. Look at the numbers. It's ridiculous so far.
So on the floor for Houston, Gordon is out there with Harden. Then there's Moniunas. Then there's Brewer. And it's Beasley in at the power forward. Caspi passes to Tolliver. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Some teams just always happen to have one position that is filled by a great player. For the Rockets, that position is center.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Houston. Here's Collison. He's coming off a 10-point game against Oklahoma City. And Temple kicks to Tolliver. Good ball movement here by the Kings. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play going to the line for one. And you look back, Chris, at the names of the centers for the Houston Rockets: Ralph Sampson, Hakeem Olajuwon, Yao Ming. I mean, incredible to have talent like that all in a row.
And most recently, Dwight Howard. But Hakeem is undoubtedly the best of the bunch, but all were arguably the best at their position when they played in Houston. The fans of the Rockets have been spoiled for decades with all the great big men that have played for their teams.
It's taken away by Brewer. Beasley outside. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
But when you watch Clint Capella play, you notice how smooth he moves for a center of his size. He gets off the floor easily to contest shots or grab boards. He can cover a lot of space in a short amount of time when acting as the help defender.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Anderson, he's checked in for Beasley. And Trevor Ariza is subbed in for Eric Gordon. And they double up Cousins. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Oh, he couldn't have asked for a better look there. He just didn't get it to go.
And with Capella and his movement, you also like what it does for him in transition.
Well, don't forget, Capella has that deceptive length, too. You don't think he can take off from that far out and get a shot. But all of a sudden, boom, he's dunking right there on your dome or throwing your shot out to the third row for a souvenir for some kid to take home.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, we've seen James Harden become one of the most accomplished in the league at drawing fouls and getting to the free throw line. And he makes no apologies for his style. He said free throws are a part of basketball, not necessarily going in there and trying to draw a foul, but if a person can't guard you, he has to foul you. Or I'm going to score every single time. Kevin?
Maybe the toughest cover in the league, DA. Thank you. Tolliver, no luck. Rockets trailed by 3. Here's Brewer. That's short off the rim.
Really surprised he clanked that one. He makes those on the regular.
A 3 from Barnes. McLemore inside the line. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And Harden wide open. He shoots. And he hits it to tie the game up. Harden's got his second basket of the night. The Kings have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. McLemore dishes to Tolliver. And they double up Cousins.
Come on. Pull it. You 2 players.
So here's Sacramento. Tolliver the pass to McLemore. Takes the 3. Rockets with the rebound. This game against Sacramento is the first time they've met this year.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Yeah, they were the better team 1 year ago, but a lot can change from a season ago to the next. They have to make sure not to take anything for granted.
He feeds it to Cousins. Kick out to Afflalo. 6 to shoot. Tolliver for 3. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That is his first foul of the game. The NBA often comes down, Chris, to a final play at the end of the game, a big shot. You've hit some gigantic shots in your career. Who do you think are the best clutch shooters, the best clutch players in the NBA?
Oh, wow. I mean, you know, first of all, every team has a clutch guy, so you can say so many players. But when I think about a veteran like D. Wade who knows how to get you a tough bucket. I think about a guy like Melo, one of the toughest guys to check one-on-one that can get you just so many tough buckets. And then you got to go back to the Oakland, San Francisco area, that Bay Area, and you got to look at Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. Those guys have to be near the top with their shooting.
Like that.
And they're very lucky to have the lead after that terrible shooting in the first quarter. But they've rounded into form here in the second and have brought that field goal percentage up.
Anderson wide open, and another 3 for Houston.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. And Ariza isn't a guy you build a team around, Chris, but he is a solid starter in the NBA.
And he's a guy that's supposed to get more credit for his tenacity on the defensive end. His frame and defensive fundamentals allow for a lot of flexibility from his coach. He still has fast hands and is always up there in steals when the season comes to a close.
And the Rockets making a change here. Moniunas has checked in, and here's Houston. They're on an 18-6 run. Ball's knocked loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. The last touch by Chalmers. And a look now at the breakdown between three-point and two-point shots attempted here tonight for Houston. There's 1:26 left in the first half of the game. There's a screen by Moniunas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brewer's shot is off.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And the basket by Chalmers.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Houston's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Here's Brigioni. 6 points for him on the wing. Brewer dishes to Moniunas. Decker gets the bucket. Decker's got his first basket.
Excellent vision right there on that assist. Perfect setup.
Feeds it to Kufis. Sacramento moving it around. They set the pick, and it's going to be a 3-second call. Crawley-Stein, he's checked in for Sacramento. Houston also making some changes. Beasley comes in for Anderson, and Gordon subbed in for Brewer. Rockets leading by 3. Beasley outside. Inside. And Moniunas, the basket on the assist by Beasley.
Now look, playing with high energy inside, that always leads to a high percentage play.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Chalmers. Excellent D there from Beasley.
As soon as he made his drive to the bucket, the defense jumped right in and prevented him from finishing that one.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Beasley dishes to Gordon. Wants to get it to Beasley and does. Ball's knocked loose. And there's the foul. It's on Aaron Aflalo. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
There's Gordon with the 3 and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Rocket.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Well, some struggles for Houston in the first quarter. Abysmal shooting from the field, miss after miss, and unable to get into any kind of rhythm. They simply could not put together an efficient offensive run. And that about wraps it up. As
a nighttime glimpse of the Tower Bridge, one of the landmarks here in Sacramento. Welcome back, everyone, to the capital of California. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You look at DeMarcus Cousins, what a contribution.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
Oh, yeah, he's crafty. Very difficult to defend one-on-one. We may see more double teams roll his way the second half.
Aflalo is out there with Barnes. And there's Collison. Then there's Kufis. And it's Chalmers in at the shooting guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And Chris, despite his flaws, most would agree that Harden is the clear-cut best shooting guard in the game now.
Well, look, let's not beat around the bush. What we're saying is his scoring makes up for his defense or lack thereof. Now, Harden does bring other skills to the table that he doesn't get enough credit for. He's an incredibly strong rebounder at the 2 spot, and his playmaking is levels beyond other shooting guards.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Collison's shot is good.
And the skill Collison has inside, so great at catching the D off guard when he's down in the post.
Anderson outside. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Barnes. Here's Aflalo, and he comes up with the deuce.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Harden Harden against Chalmers, and Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far.
If he can find himself out there, his team will be in fantastic shape to get this win.
All the officials are all over that one.
Kev, whenever I see Trevor Reeves out there, I can't help but think of how he came into the spotlight. He went from being a role player early to becoming a major part of teams after his stint with the Lakers. He said he learned a lot from playing with Kobe.
And with the Reeves, a part of his progression was natural, but he knows that he made a huge jump after he played with Kobe in L.A.
Well, I thought his quote about playing against Kobe was great. I mean, he said, the first time I played against Kobe, he scored 40 on me. The last time I guarded him, he scored 35, so I guess I got a little bit better. You know what? Great sense of humor. Just glad to see it.
Too open that time, made it look too easy. And that's 11 points for James Harden.
Oh, that's just the confidence Harden has in himself. I mean, ready to fire as soon as he receives the pass.
Here's Koufos, and again it's Sacramento converting.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Harden right side. They set the pick to the middle, off the pick. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Well, Chris, you've had a surgery that has affected many in the league in the last few decades and still currently in today's NBA. What is it like going through a microfracture procedure? How did it change your game?
Well, you know, I'm not the only one. You know, this did end a lot of guys' career. When I think about Jamal Mashburn, Jason Kidd, even though he's a guard and much lighter. Tracy McGrady, the same thing. He doesn't weigh as much as a guy like myself or Zebo, but it's difficult coming back. I mean, just because the post-care process doesn't allow you to put any weight on your leg or allows you to use your leg. So really you have the muscle that atrophies. You have to relearn to walk again, to jump again. And so I had to learn from going to be a player that played above the rim to now being able to play below the rim and find out ways to score like that. And so it's tough. The rehab is long, tedious, it's boring, it's monotonous, but it's something that you have to get through, and basically it's your love of the game, because rehabilitation or that surgery is no fun at all. You're at least talking about, in my opinion, 20 months before you see your old self.
McLemore's checked in for Sacramento. And a switch here also for Houston. Gordon's checked in.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
That's part of his skill set. Excellent recognition on his part to get in the best spot to complete that look.
And for the uninitiated, Mike D'Antoni has a bit of a unique offensive approach. Likes, in fact, Chris, to create a lot of chances for his team by pressing the tempo.
Well, he creates a lot of chances and doesn't mind the early shot. He'll go with the undersized 4 to help push the tempo. It's all about getting easy transition buckets for D'Antoni.
Labissiere is checked in for Cauley Stein. And then for Houston, Monty Eunice is checked in for Clint Capella. And it's Beasley in for Trevor Ariza.
And a good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half. Doing a great job at the line.
Decker's checked in for the Rockets.
Obviously one of the better free throw shooters in the league. We expect this out of him.
And Michael Beasley picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Afflalo, no good. Rockets leading by 5. Harden kicks to Gordon. Bangs home the trifecta. Gordon's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Oh, Harden is so good at finding the open man and the selfish superstar who really whips the ball over quickly.
Stolen by Gordon. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Monty Eunice. Second chance effort. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And one difference this have is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Rockets have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
The Kings making a switch here. Cauley Stein's checked in. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Well, it's been quite a journey for Michael Beasley, but he's made his way, Chris, back into the NBA, and it's stuck.
We have to be honest, Kevin. It's never been easy for Beasley in this league, the #2 pick from the overall draft in 2008. Now, yeah, he's had some great years early on and showed promise, but got derailed by a couple of off-the-court issues. Hopefully, all that's in the past for him now, and he can continue to help his team win basketball games.
Cauley Stein. Again, the miss by the Kings. Rockets leading by 10. To the inside. Here's Moniunas. Plays it up and banks it in. Moniunas has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Man, it looks like the defense is just giving up.
1:14 left in the third. Harden kicks to Gordon. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Gordon's got 5 points in the quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Kept alive. Here's Koufos. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Simple rule of team rebounding. Everyone needs to box out someone when the shot goes up. A number of assignments were missed right there.
The 11-footer. Koufos grabs the miss.
That's a shot you see him make all the time in warm-ups. He just messed up the release there.
Harden against Collison. Koufos the pass to Collison. Puts up a three. Can't hit that one. So Houston will take it the other way. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. And that game will be game 2 of 5 out on the road. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Decker can't hit. Collison against Harden. Collison kicks to Cauley Stein. Excellent D there from Beasley. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Rockets ahead, leading by 10. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. The 4th quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. The Kings trail by 10, so on the floor for Houston. They've got Beasley. He's out there with Trevor Ariza. Gordon is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Prigioni in at the 1 spot.
Oh, I love to see the selfishness from Collison. Really whips the ball over to the open man quickly.
Poked away. There's the dish to Prigioni. Pass to Beasley. And some nice passing there by Houston. Shot clock at 6. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Just 5 to shoot. Prigioni from beyond the arc and then some. The Kings shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Caspi for 3. The Rockets pull it in. Capella's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Ariza. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And it's a 12-point Rocket lead.
It's clear to me. Is it clear to you that Ariza feels at home in the post? I mean, just working his way inside and nailing these quality shots.
Collison dishes to Koufos. Eric Gordon grabs the board. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they've put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Even though he has been lost in the shuffle, his team remains in front.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Well, free throw drops for Koufos. Houston making a switch. Anderson's checked in. And Koufos drops them both. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. And it's Ariza in the corner. A ball. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Timeout.
And the Rockets lead by 13.
And the three-point shooting skills of Ariza are just lethal. A volume shooter from there can flat out light it up.
Timeout called by the Kings.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, trying to find their rhythm. It's a chess match, a constant back and forth of in-game adjustments.
Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Sacramento. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Dave Yeager went over with his team. He is not happy with the turnovers. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
And Cousins stands 6'11", 270 pounds. He plays the game with heart and passion.
Ariza outside. Gordon with no one around. No good on the triple.
And not doing his team any favors jacking up three-pointers. He needs to realize that right away.
And the three ball is good. Temple's got it back down to single digits for the Kings.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Prigioni, the pass to Gordon. Knocked away. And here's Anderson for three. It's hauled in by the Kings.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
Well, I'm not even really sure why he even attempted that look. That's a low percentage of shots get.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Collison kicks to Tolliver. Back to Collison. Lets it go from 11, and he connects with the jumper. Collison's got 9 points now in just the second half. Houston leading by 6. And there's the call on Garrett Temple. That's his first foul. Gordon kicks to Prigioni. Pass to Anderson. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. For the three, connects from three-point range.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Here's Temple. First free throw is good. James Harden, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. And both free throws good for Temple.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Harden. It's deflected. Here is Tolliver. Here's Temple. And right on target. Good. Here's Prigioni. And there's the foul. And Darren Collison picks it up. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for Darren Collison. And the Kings also making a change. Aflalo's checked in. Ariza, right side. Harden, left side. Stolen. Cousins inside. Capella covering. Caspi for three. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Now just a 2-point Rocket lead.
Caspi in a momentum-changing play. Someone who feels at ease taking an important shot.
Here's Harden. That one's off. Still out of sync. For Sacramento, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as they've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. A follow outside. Back to Cousins. The shot goes down and gets this game back to even.
Oh, man. And in these moments, Cousins is ready to take these shots. He does not shy away from the big moment.
It's the first that gives them the lead. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a two-point ball game.
Close game. He nails every free throw. He's showing a lot of confidence.
And Temple kicks to Cousins. Back to Temple to take the lead. That shot off. Houston's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Prigioni dishes to Harden. With the shot. Another miss by Houston.
Hard to tell if he's just lacking energy in the second half, but it does not look like he's himself.
To the wing right side. And there's the pass to Cousins. And they double up Cousins.
That was massive.
Huge play there. You got to love this game.
Now a timeout called by Houston. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Harden the pass to Prigioni. Elbow shot is on the way. Again, the miss by Harden.
They were right up in his grill. Really gave him no breathing room to release that one.
To the paint. It's tipped. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's a Flalo, sinks it.
And they got a foul to give here if they need it.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're losing by 2. There's 18 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
You know what? You can go for the 3 to win or the 2 to tie. What's your choice in a situation like this?
If possible, I think you run something to let you go for the 3. Take the best shot available.
Here's a reason. It's deflected. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And so here's Sacramento. They've led by as much as 10. Prigioni kicks to Anderson. Count it! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
That solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Timeout called by the Kings. It's stolen by Capella. That will count. Oh, it's off the mark. And we're going to overtime. Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. Live from Golden One Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has really heated up in this one. As we watch this one go now to overtime. Tip-off goes to Houston. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. Taking a look at the Rockets. Anderson is out there with Montejunas. Then it's Trevor Ariza. Then there's Gordon. And it's Prigioni in at point guard. Tries it from the top of the key, and right through it goes. Prigioni's got the first points here in the overtime period for the Rockets. Stolen by Anderson. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Houston. He hits the second from the line. The Kings trail by 3. Now, here's Chalmers. Back to Temple. Here is Tolliver. To the paint. Here's Cousins. He drains the turnaround jump shot.
Oh, Kevin, and it really only takes a couple of shots for Cousins to find his groove. He is just a phenomenal scorer.
It's extra time here, just over a minute into overtime. And the basket by Gordon. Chalmers with it. To the left wing. Here is Caspi. Reza covering. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Chalmers.
Caspi is very gifted at getting the ball to his teammates. A selfless player who keeps his eye out to dish the rock whenever he can.
Here's the screen. Deep 2 from Anderson. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And there's the feed to Temple. Back to Cousins. Caspi dishes to Temple. Just 4 to shoot. And that one drops.
Oh, what a huge basket from Cousins. He knows he's the #1 option on offense when the game is on the line.
Capella. Money!
Talk about leading your target perfectly. Nice assist.
Kings have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop so far in overtime. Here's Chalmers. Sinks it. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Are you kidding me? That's too easy. Where's the defense?
Now a timeout called by Houston. Gordon kicks to Prigioni. It's Ariza on the wing. A floater. Connects!
Oh, man, and that's just a huge shot from Ariza. He's no stranger to burying these kinds of buckets.
And Sacramento has possession. Chalmers pass to Temple. Here is Caspi. Ariza covering. The drive by Cousins. Pocket 6. And Caspi kicks to Cousins. But they'll get another chance. Tolliver dishes to Chalmers. Pass to Caspi to take the lead. Knocks down the 3.
Oh, and when Caspi is in rhythm, he's firing it without hesitation. I love the guts this guy has when the game is tight.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're trailing by 1. 16 seconds left in the first overtime. Guys, your thoughts?
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look.
Oh, and if I could make a suggestion, be innovative. Don't just go for the obvious play, which they'll be expecting.
Here's Prigioni, defended by Chalmers. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
And that's just a really bad turnover there, especially at this point in the game. Every play matters.
And they commit an intentional foul. See another one of those so they can get into the penalty. And he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he is unable to get the second one. And so it's Sacramento who's straight by with the win. Band is straight.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, thank you so much. And with this game,
He was sharp as attack defensively. So often we focus on offense, but this guy with his steals truly fueled them tonight. The entire team fed off of his energy.
that's going to do it for our broadcast.